Jeff Hulme's going to get on the phone with Paul. We'll get that hooked up, and we will get his thoughts on the decision to leave Midway, head over to Mansfield Legacy. And, Midway, like I said, is going to have a coaching search now, so we'll see what happens there. But I do believe we have Jeff Hulme now.
We do. Jeff Hulme joins us now. And, Coach, we just had you on a couple weeks ago, and these things do just happen that fast. What built into the decision for you to head on from Midway on to Mansfield Legacy?
Well, first off, Paul, you and Craig, good to talk to you guys. I know David's in Florida, vacation, leaving you guys there to run the show, man. You guys are good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you're right. It was fast. It was a quick decision, but it was a tough decision. Because like a lot of coaches, we're in this, and we build relationships with kids, and the 5 years I was at Midway was magical. I mean, it really was, and we had a lot of fun. But I think you just got to sometimes make a gut decision, and and I just felt like it was time and needed to head back to Mansfield.
Coach, is this kind of the life of a coach? I mean, the moving around. I mean, I'm sure you're used to it at this point, but are you always kind of just seeking that next thing that exhilarates you in a way?
Well, I don't think so, Craig. I mean, I certainly don't go into a job and going, all right, I'm gonna stay here for a few years and then look around.
Right.
I've been at a couple of places, and you're there 4 years, 8 years, 5 years, and so there's no set way of doing things. Sometimes it just an opportunity presents itself, and then sometimes it doesn't, and it just sort of you just sort of go about your business and try to do the best you can.
How much of the last year makes you kind of reflect? I know that like COVID was a thing, the district is a thing, all that, but just really, we all had to maybe reflect on where we are in life, and did that kind of maybe play into this a little bit?
Yeah, that's a valid question, and it was a tough year, and like you said, for a lot of reasons, and you sit there and we're empty nesters, so to speak, my wife and I, and so you got a lot of time to reflect and think about things and look at things, and I don't want to say that was a big determining factor, but it's I would agree with it. That played a little part into it, just looking at things and trying to see what's best for our future. And when I say our, I mean my wife and I.
Coach, what was the team's reaction when you had an opportunity to talk to them?
Well, Craig, I'm talking to them Monday.
Okay.
That's the beauty of social media. They already all know, which was not the way I wanted it to go down. But like it or not, that's the age we live in. And but I think to do it the right way, I want to see them face to face and talk to them a little bit Monday morning, and that's when we're starting. That's when Midway's starting strength and conditioning, and so I want to get there and sort of talk to them and explain to them what's going on, and it's change is hard, but changes can be good too if they embrace it the right way, which I know they will. I've got full confidence in Coach Shelton and Dr. King that they're going to bring in a great coach, and they're going to do great things.
You mentioned the magical 5 years that you were on, the state championship run you had with the team that was really, really fun. I know it didn't end the way that you wanted it to, but when you look back on your memories of that, what kind of sticks out to you?
Yeah, that year was one for the books, no doubt, and I've had a lot of players from that team. They reached out to me yesterday and were very nice in their comments and texts to me, and that made me feel good, obviously, as a coach. But I mean, just the way that team was, a complete team. I mean, the camaraderie was there. They loved being around each other on the field, off the field. The way they were in the locker rooms with each other. I mean, you could just tell that they had all grown up together. They were all buddies and joking around with each other, and then they could turn it on Friday night. We had some games where they were blowouts, but then we had some fun back and forth games. You remember Copper's Cove and that game, and obviously the Longview game, and just the two playoff games at Baylor were just amazing. And so Yeah, it's just a season I'll never forget.
Have you told any, speaking of that team, have you told any college coaches I told you so on Travius Hodges yet?
Yeah, I don't think I said it in those exact words, but I did point out to a couple of them that they missed out.
Yeah, safe to say.
Yeah. We saw it rated like the third player in the Big 12 player in the Big 12
player. Yeah.
and what's funny about that is, you watch the NFL draft and you see these guys being drafted, and they could care less what their height is. I mean, I saw several corners drafted that were like 5'8" 3/4, 5'9" 1/4, and I'm sitting there going, if the NFL doesn't really worry about the height, then what does the college worry about? I mean, either you can play or you can't play,
Yeah, I was, the one thing I was kind of always enamored with him was you could put him, I mean, they would throw the ball at the other side of the field to keep it away from him, but if he wanted the ball and could figure out a way to it, he was going to go get it.
He was going to go get it, and if he got there late, he was going to strip it. He was going to, him and Parker Knoll back there, and him and Jackson Hicks back there. They were a great combination of safeties.
Yeah, and, it's fun to see what Jackson Player's been doing at Tulsa. Tanner Mordecai is now at SMU, and since we have an opportunity and kind of reflecting on your time at Midway, what do you think of Tanner and him hooking up with Sonny Dykes and company?
Yeah, I got a text from Coach Dyke today, matter of fact, and said, "Hey, glad to have you back up here. You're closer to us. Come see us. And come watch Tanner play." And that's sort of what Tanner and I talked about yesterday. And so that part's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy that.
All right, I do have to ask you this, and I asked Terry Gamble the same thing when he went to Allen. Did you even consider our feelings in this, Jeff, at all?
Well, I tell you what, you three guys are three of the best that I've ever been in to be able to work with, and just y'all's professionalism and just you could tell y'all are in it for the right reasons, and you're in it because you love, number one, you love high school football, and you love high school coaches, and you love high school, watching the kids progress and all that stuff. So that right there is evident in y'all, the way you do your program and just the way you just handle yourself with everybody. And I know I've appreciated that immensely. Well,
we appreciate you, Coach, and I do. When Smokey told me, I was like, "Well, dang, we just got him back."
Well, exactly, and I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to you coming out there every Tuesday morning, and that was always fun for me to see you come walking in there and just grabbing kids and just having a great time with them.
Well, Coach, I just want to say thanks. I don't think there's really much more to ask necessarily. The decision makes sense for you and your family. Everybody's wishing you the best, and I know Midway will be fine in the long run as well, and they'll find a good coach. But definitely, even though it's been a while since I got to talk to you on the sidelines, definitely appreciate all of the time that you did give me, and it meant a lot, and I really enjoyed covering you and your program.
Well, thanks, Craig. I appreciate it. You're the face of the broadcast down there, just because you're on the sideline with everybody, which is a good thing because you don't want David and Paul down there.
There's a reason that happens.
That's exactly right. I just want to say, I appreciate you guys and everything y'all did for me when I was there for 5 years. Y'all took me in like family and treated me great, and I appreciate you guys.
Well, Jeff, we always appreciate you guys, and again, we had, and we've had a lot of fun seasons, but the runs that we had doing your games were some of the best, and that Longview game, I don't know. I'll just tell you, I don't know if we will ever broadcast another game that sounded as good as that one did. And granted, you're just providing your team was providing the drama and all that, but that was, I don't know if we'll ever do one as good as that. I don't know if we'll ever do a game as good as that. It's just on our end and everything. We listened to it again. We replayed it. We took a show off and replayed it at night. The next week before the state championship game, because it was just that kind of a broadcast and people needed to hear it. So
exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, enjoy Mansfield, and I'm sure we're going to see you down the road sometime. So
absolutely, I hope so. Let's get together.
All right, absolutely. All right, thanks, Jeff.
We're a playoff game.
Absolutely.
All right, Paul, you got it.
All right, thanks for hopping on. And yeah, that was that Longview game. And Craig, you were